Hey, what is happening, folks? This is Jimmy G in the place to be with his sexy, smooth jazz voice going on for the good, the bad, the awesome, where we unbox, give my first reaction to all things pop culture, mainly Star Wars, Transformers, McFarlane figures, anime, sprinkled in with a bunch of other stuff. So if you like that kind of stuff, go ahead, hit that like and subscribe button. It only helps the channel. It doesn't hurt it at all. So today we are going to the beautiful world of McFarlane Toys into the DC multiverse, and we're going to take a look at a new figure that I just got in the mail. We're going to take a look at Knightfall's Nightwing here. So we've seen the Knightfall Batman, but we're going to take a look at the Nightwing here and see what it's about and see if it's something cool and see if it's something you should get. So I've got my Batman voice without even having to try, so let's do it. And here he is, folks, Dick Grayson himself, aka Nightwing. If you don't know much about Nightwing, well, neither does a lot of people, but most of y'all that are comic book aficionados knows that Dick Grayson was one of Batman's first Robins, and then he went out on his own and became Nightwing. So that is him, and we'll kind of see much more about him. But here it is, the front of the box, the side of the box, the back of the box. Love the artwork here and the side of the box. The Knightfall stuff has been kind of tough to get, like the Knightfall Batman, very hard. And then Bane is just near impossible to get a hold of on that. So, but we've got Nightwing. We got him with his calling card, all sorts of good stuff. But we need to get him out of the box and onto my table. So let's get out of the box. Yes, it's Jimmy's comedy of errors here. Getting him out of the box, getting him standing, always is a challenge with McFarlane Toys. And so you see me trying to stand him, and then he just falls back over. But what you get in the box with Nightwing, you do get the DC obligatory McFarlane Toys stand. Helps out a lot, especially to pose these guys. You also get two sets of hands here, so I can just kind of bring that in a little bit closer. There we are. Nice blue hands, open hand to pick his nose or something. And another fist right there. Then the card, beautiful card with the same artwork on the back. It tells you a little bit about him. Dick Grayson made a name for himself over the years, and on more than one occasion throughout his valiant life, Grayson has proven himself to be one of the most resilient and brilliant crime fighters in the world and a natural leader. His charisma is as potent as his combat skills, acrobatic flair, and deductive gifts. He's a hero's hero who maintains an infectiously positive outlook despite facing much tragedy in his life. His parents dying. He was an orphan too as well. So, and then we have Dick Grayson himself with his Batman cookie, or his Nightwing cookie right there. So very, very nice looking figure. Again, with McFarlane Toys, they have about 22 points of articulation. 21 or 22, I don't remember off the top of my head. But I am digging it. I like the blue on him. It doesn't feel cheap, feels nice. The paint job looks pretty good. No real overspray. I mean, it looks like there could be some better. Well, we'll take a look here in a minute. So first of all, let's take a look at how high he is. He is about 7 inches, just like a 7-inch McFarlane line. And so let's bring him in for a closer shot. Let me get him here. He doesn't want to stand. We'll set him down. Get some lighting. Boom. Boom. There we go. And we'll pop this camera up just a hair. There we go. Nice close quarters. But there, look at the face. You can see with the cowl here, there's a little bit of overspray around the cowl, but not too bad. Then, of course, some of the details here is just a little bit off, but it looks okay. I mean, it doesn't look that bad. But the blue outfit, I mean, very reminiscent of the comic book on this. So there he is from the front, from the side, from the back, from the side, back to the front. Oh, he got himself a ponytail. I bet if you let that out, it's a mullet. Party in the back. crime fighting in the front with Mr. Nightwing. Chicken wing, hot dog and bologna. So let's speak to the articulation of this guy. So of course you have the head is on a ball swivel. He can exorcist it if you want to. Arm can pop up like so. You have the bicep swivel there. You do have more than a 90-degree bend. You have the hand is on a ball joint too. Can rotate it around, so really nice that you have this kind of double jointy thingy here. So cool, rock on. There we go. Let's bring it up, upper ab crunch, upper movement there, bottom ab crunch, bottom waist movement there that you do have with him. As far as Jean-Claude, yeah, he should be able to do it. He is an acrobat after all, and so he's got a pretty good Jean-Claude on him right there. You have some twist there. You can pop it up like so, pop it back a little bit. His underwear is a little bit more malleable than most other McFarlane figures. More than a 90-degree on that knee. And then of course you do have the ankle swivel tilts and the foot tilt too as well. So the thing I like about McFarlane figures is you got a lot of articulation. The thing I hate about it is you got to get them standing just right to get them going really well. And these hands easy to pop off. You just kind of twist to pop, and then you can pop on whatever hand you want to on this. But that is him. Everyone thought Dick Grayson would be the next Batman, right? But he is not. There will always be Bruce Wayne. Bruce Wayne will always be Batman, right? Until you get to Batman Beyond. But let's get this. Let's put this like right here, like that. There we go. That's what I like about these little stands. They help him stand up. But that is him. I think he feels pretty decent. He feels pretty good, just like any other McFarlane figure. I know people be hating on him, but for like $18.99 to $20, you can pick him up. $22.99. Depends on where you can get him on sale. So I think right now Amazon has him for $19.99. But really nice figure. So let's get him compared to some other figures. And here he is compared to a few other figures that I do have, just to show you from a scale standpoint. So we have a 5-inch DC Superheroes Kenner, kind of that, that old school Kenner Superheroes line. So we got that one with the Batman. We got the 3.75-inch retro line from Star Wars with the Grand Inquisitor. We also have SH Figure Arts Jujutsu Kaisen Gojo, which I did a review on recently, which he is an amazing figure. 6-inch Cobb Vanth there. We got, of course, Bludgeon there from a Voyager size. And then you can't have Knightfall Nightwing without Knightfall Batman right there. So there they are side by side. Knightfall Batman and Nightwing. Really cool. I need to get Batgirl next, and again I need to get Bane, and then of course Superman Hush from McFarlane. I had to put him in there. You gotta have Superman in there too as well, but this is how he looks for scale with other people. So let's get back together, talk through some of my final thoughts on Mr. Nightwing. Give me a dream, make him the cutest that I've ever seen. All right, let's do it. So some of my final thoughts on Nightwing. Let's bring him back in. There he is. Probably the pose I will keep him. I'd love to have another flight stand because I think I can do some really cool. He's acrobatic. I should be able to put him in some acrobatic poses and things like that. But overall, let's go with the good. The good is, you got plenty of points of articulation with this. I love the colors. The face sculpt looks really great. Of course, it's screaming 90s vibe with the ponytail and everything like that. The bad on this, there's just a few spots of overspray. I wish this would come out of his hand. I wish he got some other weapons and things like that. Maybe like his stick, his nightstick that he has. But you don't get that. You just get this and some extra hands. It would have been great to have his nightstick with him. But on a scale of good, bad, awesome, I would say he's pretty awesome. I'm pretty glad I picked him up. Like I said, I want to try to collect the whole Knightfall line because I remember that comic book. Man, that shook me to the core with Batman getting his back broken by Bane, and then you got this other Batman who was a murderous Batman, and then it just was really cool. But overall, very nice figure. Very nicely done. McFarlane does put some good figures out. Sometimes they're butt ugly, but this one actually looks really decent. I think it looks really good, and I think you'd be happy to have it in your collection if you are a DC fan, or if you're a McFarlane Toys fan. This would be something that is a must-have in your collection. Like I said, you can get it right now on sale on Amazon.com for $19.99. I wish I had affiliate linking so that way I can go click on my link down below so I can make some money from it, but I don't. So I don't make any money from saying that, but there he is, just really, really awesome. So on a scale good, bad, awesome, I'd give him a pretty awesome dude. Dick Grayson, I mean, he's still a really good sidekick character to me. Like, Nightwing was never like, ooh, I'm gonna go out and get the Nightwing comic book, this is gonna be great. No, it's Batman or Teen Titans, which is where Nightwing was from too, as well, and Robin and those guys. But yeah, I think he's a good figure. So definitely pick him up and add him to your collection. So tune in next time when we talk about something else good, bad, or awesome. But in the meantime, y'all remember to stay young, have fun, and be awesome. We'll talk to you later. Bye bye now.